Here is the 2022 brand new BMW M240i. BMW Canada has provided us with a pre-production M240 to showcase to our customers. We've had it here for 3 days now, and before it went out the door, I had to make sure I got my walk around video in for you guys on my YouTube channel. I've been staring at this car for 3 days now, and I absolutely love it. It's even better than what I thought it would be in the photos. I can't wait to see the actual production cars come through the dealership showroom. I have placed an order on one myself, so I'm pretty excited as I did order it in this Thundernight Metallic. I'm super pumped for that car to come in. Now, I have been super excited for this car since the first time I saw the photos. It is now on the next generation of the 2 Series. So on the inside, we have the new iDrive 7 system compared to iDrive 6. And we have a whole new body and chassis redone with this new exclusive paint. 2 of my favorite features for this new vehicle is the fact that the car will automatically unlock and lock once you walk away from it or walk towards it, and the fact that you can now get remote engine start. Triple click the BMW lock key button, 1, 2, 3, and it will remote engine start, and you can also do it from your cell phone app. How fantastic is that? So not only is the new M240 have the upgraded B58 engine, 67 more horsepower over the last generation model, you also have a limited slip differential in the rear. This thing is just gonna handle absolutely amazing compared to the last generation M240. All right, I'm gonna hop behind the camera and give you guys the first look walk around of the brand new G42 M240i. Before I do that, make sure you smash the like button on this video as it does help me with YouTube's algorithm. Also consider subscribing to the channel for more future BMW content. All right, let's get into the walk around. All right, so let's start this walk around. I absolutely love this Thundernight Metallic, such a cool launch color for the M240. I think it was the right decision for BMW. It's very different, it's very bold compared to all the other colors that they've been doing, and it's gonna be exclusive to the M240 since you can only get this paint from the New Mexico factory for BMW. I actually love how wide the rear end is. Looks super aggressive. But, you know, as you guys will experience, I'm pretty biased towards BMW. I love the rear fender arches, the line coming through right here, and then how much like boxy and how wide it is. The last M240 was basically flat the whole way, and you're only getting the extra fenders on the M2. Now the M240 is a lot closer to an M2 than it ever has been before. This one is basically fully loaded. So what we're looking at here does have the M Sport Pro package for Canada. So with the M Sport Pro package, you're gonna get the larger front brake disc. You're gonna get these 893M style wheels. You're getting the high gloss black kidney grills at the front, the shadow line headlights. On the inside, the M Sport Pro package is also going to give you these M seat belts. And that's just the alarm system because I accidentally had it locked. You stick your hand inside and the alarm system is going to go off. You can check out the interior, the M highlighters there, the black Vernasca leather with the blue contrast stitching. But I will come back to the interior after we talk a little bit more about the exterior. At the front, on the M2 and the M4 and almost all the other cars, you're gonna have like an air vent into the fender. It's kind of been a staple since the E46. Didn't want to do that on this car, but you will see there is a bit of a crease here to kind of give it some styling. So it's not just a flat quarter panel there. At the front, 245, 35, 19 wide with these 893 wheels. Red M Sport brakes are also added on. 19-inch wheels in the front look absolutely huge. And also when you go with these wheels, the 893, no other wheels, you're also gonna get these extra fender lips. So what I've noticed is because these wheels are wider than the other wheels that you could get for this car, BMW has to put on these fender lips to pass, you know, road safety. The wheel cannot extend past the fenders, so they add in an extra like 2-3 millimeters there, just everything that they need to make the car road legal. You have it at the back as well. Look at the sparkle of the Thundernight Metallic. The camera can pick it up as good as my eyes are because it's absolutely fantastic. And then of course we have the new door handles. So this is the first time that I've seen them on person. It's going to be like this on the new 2 Series as well as the i4 and the 4 Series Grand Coupe are both going to have these flat flush handles. And the comfort door access right there. Instead of having like up ribs, it's now indented ribs. And then you just put your hand underneath and it unlocks like normal. I did notice that I thought these would be lighter, but they're pretty heavy. Like the actual whole door handle is part and it comes out. It's not just like a little flap at the top. Pretty heavy. I quite like that. Others on the side, you have the M logo on the front. And then I love the high gloss black side skirts. Matching with the M4 over there, carries around to the rear diffuser. Gives you a good spot to, you know, maybe you want to put some M Performance stickers there. I was thinking on my car, I put the Parkview BMW stickers that we get for our service cars down there. Just a cool little unique thing. At the back, standard lip spoiler is going to be going across this. Love the shape of it. Oh, the sparkle in this Thundernight, I just love it. And then you have the black rear diffuser. The reflectors there give it like some aggressiveness as it cuts down. The tail lights, you know, I don't hate them. I don't love them. I'm pretty biased towards BMW, but I'm pretty neutral on taillights and design cues. One thing I do like about the taillights, regardless of the shape or anything, is they kept this cue from the last generation 2 series where it cuts out around the taillight and taillight doesn't go into the trunk. I actually like that design. In the photos, the rear end looked like it was more bubbled butt, but it's not as bad when you actually see it in person. The photos aren't as accurate. And the black rear diffuser. M Performance parts, you can get this replaced with carbon fiber. You can also get an M Performance muffler. See how they can get the camera underneath there. One thing I don't like is these tailpipes are actually connected to the bumper, not to the exhaust system. And you can no longer, like, well, I guess you couldn't last year, carbon fiber tips, but on last year's M240, you could get an M Performance exhaust system. Now the M Performance exhaust system was only, like, nothing will change on the tailpipes. If you get a 230, so if you guys are in the United States and you're getting a 230, you can get carbon fiber tipped exhaust system for the M Performance exhaust. I love the cerium gray badging. You can get this also in black as M Performance parts to match with the rest of the black Pro kit. In the trunk, so I love how the taillights stay fixed in place and they don't come up with the trunk. Apparently the trunk space is the exact same amount of cubic space from last year's M240. So not bigger, you still have the 2 pull handles at the top. Nothing has really changed in the trunk. There's nothing to see that's so special back here. The rear tires, all these have the Pilot Sport 4S tires for the performance tires, and you're getting 255, 35, 19. So the widest tires on an M240 to date. I'd have to double check to see what it was on the last generation, but 255 is pretty wide. I think it was only 235 on the rear tires last year, maybe only 225. Of course, you have the square gas cap, pretty similar to last year as well. I think the circle was only on the full M2 last year. New for this year, you can now get the 360 parking camera on the M240. Wasn't available on the last gen. So you're gonna get an extra camera on the mirror caps, and you're gonna get an extra camera in the front between the new kidney grills. And I actually love these new kidney grills design because they're exclusive to the 2 series. They're calling the turbine design. Basically, when the car doesn't need air, they're gonna stay closed. And when the car gets heated up and it needs air, it's gonna open. I'm gonna take the car out near the end of the video and show you guys what the kidney grills look like when they get opened up after the car gets up to operating temperature. Wider, more expressive than before. They tie together closer to the headlights. I actually really like them because when they open up, they'll be like the normal. And then you have the singular design headlight, completely different from BMW's normal 2 halo headlights. Like on any other BMW, here you see you have the twin lights, single, reminiscent of the 2002. These ones are a shadow line, so you're getting black up along here instead of the silver content. And then you'd also, the turn signal or daylight running lights, this bottom one right here would be in gold for the normal ones, and this is the shadow line. This is the adaptive LED headlights as well. On the non-adaptive, this doesn't curve down as much, it just kind of stays more centered across. Black bumper content with the high gloss exterior. So when you go with cerium gray, you'd also get this inserted in cerium gray along with the kidney grills. This one also has the active stop and go cruise control. So you get this extra puck here for the radar sensor. And then it looks like behind there, these air flaps right here seem to be on a swivel point. See if I can get it in the camera right there. So you can see right there, it's a swivel point. So it looks like these will be active air vents, which are just staying open now. Maybe it's because it's a pre-production model, not 100% sure. And then you get like a built-in black rubber front splitter for the vehicle. I did see on the M Performance parts you can get a carbon fiber version of this, replace this with carbon fiber, although I don't know if you'd want to, because it looks like this has already been scraping on some things on certain levels. And then carbon fiber wings on the very bottom here. Same thing in these triangles right here. These are supposed to be active air vents in here as well. And you can even see the toggle for it right there. Right there you can see, it looks like something is attaching on. So I'm not sure if this is, they're missing because of the M Sport Pro package requiring bigger engine oil cooler or anything like that, because these are the side radiators, or if this just because this is a pre-production model and some things get missing on pre-production models. Because they're just meant to showcase just like this. They're not 100% accurate. So I think that's talking about everything on the front besides the power dome. Look at the hood and the power dome on this. Even the M2 competition didn't have a power dome. The new M4 doesn't have a power dome. X4M doesn't have a power dome. X6M doesn't have a power dome. Brand new 2022 M240 has the power dome, and this thing is beefy, looks absolutely stunning. Matching with the black mirror caps for the high gloss black content. Normally this would be cerium gray. Just like at the back, you would also have your tailpipes would be cerium gray on the standard model versus all this high gloss black content. The sunroof, I believe, is 4 inches longer than it was on the last generation, and the sunshade is now fully powered instead of being hand done. On the inside, it's pretty similar. It's carried over from the 2 Series and the 3 Series, but so is the last generation. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much different in there. To be honest, I expected it to be the exact same. The only thing that the 2 Series changes is the door panels. It's giving it some triangle indents here, which I thought is a nice little styling cue, just because like it's better than just leaving it flat. At least you give it some kind of, you know, uniqueness, as well as these M highlighters. They're a little darker than I thought they would be in person. I thought they would be lit up more. I'll turn the lights on so you guys can see in a bit. You also have the blue contrast stitching coming onto the door panel. Unique door handle, like the grab area is unique to the 2 Series. So at least it's got its own door panel, and it's not the exact same as the 4 Series. Little trunk release button. You're gonna have standard M Sport door sills right here, as well as the standard M Sport pedals. A little storage cubby right here. Everything else just carried over from the 2 Series, I mean the 3 Series and the 4 Series. One thing that's nice, just like on the 4 Series, these seats, now as soon as you push them forward, they automatically go forward instead of having a button here and having to toggle that button as well. So you definitely have the nicer upgraded seats, just like in the 3 Series and the 4 Series. And then you have the back seats pretty much carried over from the 4 Series. You just get a little less headroom than you would in the 4 Series. So let me go in here. On the side of the door panel, you also have a speaker back here, and then that same paneling on the front door carries back here, which I like. I think it's super cool. At the back, you also get your own climate control system, 2 USB-C chargers, exactly like the 4 Series, just a little bit tighter. All right, let's take a look at get inside the seat and sit down. We now have the full live cockpit professional. This is upgraded as well, another $1,000 option. iDrive 7 for the first time in the 2 Series now that we're on the next gen. The new M Sport steering wheel, have the active stop and go cruise control buttons, sport paddle shifters with launch control, more horsepower, aluminum trim on this one. So you only have 2 trims now, black or aluminum. iDrive 7. Now, one thing that I did notice that I want to touch on is going to be the lights. So if I go into settings and I go down to interior lighting and I go to color, like blue, let's leave it lilac because, you know, it's the Thundernight Metallic. Orange, do you see here on the screen? You have ambient lighting all up here. You have ambient lighting down there. This would be without the M highlighters. That's what it's supposed to look like. But right here, I don't see any ambient lighting lights. I don't see anything. So I'm not sure what's going on. And then down here, they don't seem to be lighting up at all. Preconditioned ventilation, you do have the remote engine start, so that's fantastic. And then coming down, you know, it's the exact same on a 3 Series and a 4 Series. You also have your radio control buttons. You'll press this and it goes up. Wireless charging tray is back for the M240. On the 3 Series and the 4 Series, you can't even get the wireless charging tray, but on the M240, it is available, a $350 additional option. USB port, and your 2 cup holders. Pretty much exactly like a 3 Series and a 4 Series. Transmission controller, same 3 Series, 4 Series, but if you haven't experienced that, this is what it looks like. 360 surround view camera with parking assistant, be that extra button there. And adaptive M suspension is going to result in that button there. Adaptive M suspension is $750. On the new M240, you also have auto hold, just like what happened with the 3 and the 4 when they got upgraded. You can also get a universal remote control punched in for $300 for your garage door opener. And the sunroof control right here. So full power shade is a nice, very nice upgrade. So that's pretty much it. I'm sure you guys have seen lots of photos on the interior. Harman Kardon's also upgraded on this one as well. Harman Kardon logos. I do like how on the rear though, you get the Harman Kardon like this right here. But that's pretty much all I want to do for the interior walk around. The only thing I haven't showed you guys yet is the engine bay. So let's check it out. Here is the B58 engine bay. I love how there's kind of like fake carbon fiber here, and every time on BMW's covers, because they cover basically everything, you can't really see, they let you know how many cylinders it is. So you get these little lines here. We have 6 of them, 6 cylinder. If it was a 4-cylinder engine, you'd only have 4 of them. And performance there on top of that for the upgraded B58 engine. 3-liter, inline 6, single twin scroll turbocharger, 382 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque. Cadillac converters coming out right after the turbo. What's cool about these turbocharged engines is they don't even use blow-off valves. The wastegates are so accurate that they don't even need a blow-off valve. Same thing with throttle bodies. It has the Valvetronic system, so it will variable adjust the valves between idle and fully open. Now, an interesting thing, where is it? Somebody that was coming to visit from Beamer Post did notice, I think it was on the door panel. This car right here, so you have the VIN for it. Let's see if I can get the camera angle. So you got the weights and everything, and then boom, production is June 2021. So pre-production models started 2 months before regular production on these cars started, which is pretty cool to see. Has a VIN number. We're not allowed to road test these, so I don't know if this is actually like street legal in Canada or just a showcase model. BMW has only provided us to showcase, and we are not allowed to take them onto the road. All right, now I'm sure what you guys want to hear is an engine startup, so I'm going to take it outside so I can let it get up to operating temperature for these kidney grills to open up, and at the same time we'll get a little roar out of the exhaust pipes. All right, thank you guys so much for watching the first look of this pre-production M240. If you're interested in placing an order for one of these and you are in Toronto, Canada, don't forget that I am a client advisor, so reach out to me at my email down below. If you're interested in pricing, I'm also going to link the video I did with the product ordering guides down in the video description. This car also comes with a ton of M Performance parts, so if you want to check out the video on all of that, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Basically, I'll link in all my other supporting M240 videos that I have made for this car. And don't forget, this car is launching November 20th, so if you want to get a launch edition, reach out to me on my email down below, and I'd be happy to provide all those details for you. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. I'll throw you guys in at the end.